pull together. It'd be very difficult to get together and shit. I'm like, damn, dude. Dude goes hardcore.
That's crazy. I'm not getting married. Fuck it. I'm gonna be a computer geek forever.
God love us, huh?
That's right. Yeah. Anyways, you already know this is John Vaughn, and you may be wondering what it is I'm doing right now. And right now, I'm actually doing lots of different stuff. Right now, I am formatting an SD card, and I'm formatting a flash drive, and I got another SD card somewhere. What I did with it is right here. So I'm formatting one of these guys as FAT32. Why am I doing that? Well, I'm mostly doing that because I don't know how well you can see, but right here, this is not really a computer. It is a computer, but right here, what is going on is this guy right here, which is my Raspberry Pi, and it's running off of an SD card. And right now, it's really cool. This is what I've been doing most of the day. I have got a secure shell into it right here. So basically, from this computer, I can control that little computer, and I'll demonstrate that by doing a startx command, which will cause this guy to start up his graphical interface here, which, as you can see now, it has started up. Pretty cool. It's my Raspberry Pi. Like I said, it's a little tiny baby computer just sitting here. It's operating on a flash drive, on a micro SD card. So I can stop that, just like that. Like I said, I'm controlling it from this computer. I've got an SSH, a secure shell, into it. So basically, I'm controlling that little computer from this bigger computer. This computer here is Kali Linux. Is what I'm running here. You probably can't see it, but that's what's on here is Kali Linux. So I'm using Kali Linux to remote into this. Said I'll go ahead and start it back up here. Started it back up, and I'm doing all that from this computer. Starting it up, closing it down. So what I'm actually doing now is I'm going through. You can download Kali Linux. Kali Linux is a really good Linux operating system. It will give you everything that you need for a Linux operating system, but also gives you a lot of cool stuff, a lot of hacking stuff. We're actually setting this up for a dual purpose. I'm president of the Hardware Hacking Club and a member of the security group. So basically what we're doing is we're setting up, in one group, we're setting up a piece of hardware that we can use for other group, because basically what we'll be able to do whenever we're done with this Raspberry Pi is we'll be able to take it anywhere that has a network. We'll be able to plug it into that network and record all the traffic. So anything that happens over that network will be recorded to that Raspberry Pi, and then we can bring it back to one of our boxes here, plug it up. Well, basically just pull out the SD card, plug the SD card into our computer, find the PCAP file, and then go through and analyze all the traffic. So basically any passwords, whether you get on Facebook, whether you get on an FTP site, whether you get to your email, whatever it is that you do, we'll have, well, basically we'll have a complete record of anything that happens on the network just through that Raspberry Pi. And that's the first thing that we're setting up, which is why I am going through here and I am waiting another 36 minutes for Kali Linux to download. Because basically what we're going to do is after Kali Linux downloads, that's going to be an ISO. You need to go through and you need to format your SD card in FAT32. Once you do that, then you need to extract the ISO image onto your SD card. Once you do that, then you can just take your SD card and you can plug it in right here in your Raspberry Pi. And we could actually show it to you a little better. Take these guys out. We don't need all that. We don't need these mice. And all this is going on. All this is going on right here, right next to our supercomputer. So we kind of got everything just bundled all over the place. But here's our Raspberry Pi right here. So as you can see, it's just a really small computer. It's got a small processor on here. It's got an HDMI import. which we don't really need to use because we have a secure session into this guy. Here is my keyboard and mouse right here for my Raspberry Pi. It's not even hooked up. As you can see, I don't have anything hooked up to it. The only thing that I have hooked up is I have an Ethernet cable, got a power cord, I got the HDMI cord that goes into this monitor right here, and I got my SD card. But since I have an SSH server set up on it, I can still go in and I can start up the graphical interface anytime I want. Now, I'm not going to be able to do anything on this graphical interface because I don't have a mouse or a keyboard plugged up. So I can kill that graphical interface and I can still be back on the command line and do anything that I would typically do in a computer from my secure session here. So basically, I can even leave that plugged into another room, to their switch, to one of their ports on their network. And technically, as long as I know that guy's IP address and I'm somewhere on the same subnet, I can secure shell into that guy, and I can just extract out my PCAP file, delete it, and restart everything over. But we're going to do some cool things with that. One of the other things that we're going to do is we're going to hack into Siri, and we're going to change Siri's default gateway to our Raspberry Pi's IP, and we're going to use that to run a couple of our computers and do some hacking stuff where we can actually use Siri to control Kali Linux to do some automated hacking based on voice commands, which is also going to be really cool. If you are interested in Raspberry Pis, you can check out some of these tutorials right here. There's some pretty good ones. We are going to put up our own tutorials once we get more in depth into this. But, like I said, I did think it was pretty cool. It's pretty fun setting everything up. Everything's about done right now. My stuff's about formatted, almost. It's getting a little late. It is 9 o'clock. I should probably go get some type of life and do something fun. But instead, I'm sitting here messing with Kali Linux, learning how to hack your stuff. So, when you come around me, keep your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth turned off, and don't let me ever have access to any of your electronic devices. I'm John Vaughn, and that's pretty